two things actually. First of all, the main event tonight for the heavyweight title, but second of all, the first ever undisputed ECWA heavyweight champion. He unified the TWA and the heavyweight titles by beating the Greek god Papadon at the anniversary show back in 2012. He will, but Chris Wylde won't be facing him.
Chris Wylde was facing a very emotional performer the other night in this title match. All the heart
and that's the kind of stuff you can check out by visiting the ECWA Facebook and Twitter. ECWA East Coast Wrestling Association on Facebook, at ECWA Wrestling 67 on Twitter. And don't forget, guys, you mentioned Eric Papadon coming in the Super 8 tournament next month. I'll run down the competitors in just one moment. And here's the man that, quite frankly, scares the bejesus out of everybody because he'll show he's not afraid to get physical with anybody in this company.
Who actually had the greatest moment in this competition. It's absolutely
Yeah, I think that's before anyone thought to come up to the desk and yell at me. Well, the Sean Carr hit tour continues. First he takes out Matt Saigon. Next comes Breaker Morant. Could Chris Wylde follow?
Chris Wylde's got a lot of trouble tonight.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, as we get ready for this main event, let me remind you, April 23rd, ECWA Super 820. That's all former past competitors, including 2015 champion Jason Kincaid, DJ Z from TNA, who was involved in the 2011 tournament, 2012 Super 8 champion, the Greek god Papadon.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the challenger from Hard Rock City, weighing in 185 pounds. He is a former ECWA heavyweight champion, 3-time ECWA Mid-Atlantic champion. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the Heart Killer, Chris Wylde! And his opponent from Barrington, New York, weighing in 220 pounds. He is the current ECWA heavyweight champion. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the hybrid, Sean Carr.
He started, he won the first Super 8 way back in 1997. Almost 20 years ago, right?
Yep.
As well as the Reckless Youth, an ECWA legend and also a former Super 8 competitor, a man who made a name for himself with his devil-may-care attitude in an ECWA ring. Speaking of devil-may-care attitude, I think that's just the attitude that Chris Wylde is going to need here tonight. And by the way, Super 8 tickets and information, ECWAProWrestling.com or call 609-220-5598. And Phil, I still have Bobby Shields on my mind. What a phenomenal match that was.
Awesome. These people need to sign up.
That was.
Awesome. These people need to sign up for the network just for that match alone, if they haven't already signed up.
And that network is also available on the ECWA website, ECWAProWrestling.com.
It's only $4.99 per month. So these people can afford it. Sure. There's no contract and they can cancel anytime. maybe they can afford it. That's true. We are in Woodbury Heights.
We also have to see if the library has audio on the computer if you don't have one.
That's true also. True, we are in Woodbury. Very questionable that Captain Dave can afford $4.99 a month.
Well, he doesn't even need power on his computer to be hyped up. It's okay.
Unfortunately, yeah, somehow it powers on.
Or, ladies and gentlemen, you can also order the DVDs each and every month right here at the show's Woodbury Heights, the United Methodist Church down there in Newcastle, Delaware, Springfield, Pennsylvania, wherever we happen to be, or via ECWAProWrestling.com. Chris Wylde goes behind. I gotta think Sean Carr hasn't faced anybody yet quite like Chris Wylde.
Well, he won the belt in November, I believe, of last year.
Yes. Yeah, well, actually, he won it in December, technically. Right. Because in November, that was the night that he just went crazy super kicking everyone and didn't try to win the belt.
Yes, so you're right. So he retired Matt Saigon in December.
Yes. Although some could argue that it was really the fireball from the Ripper that did it.
No, it's just because Sean Carr super kicked him and then tombstoned him and took him out and retired. And then comes January of this year, and then he takes out Breaker Moran.
Who hasn't been the same since.
That's exactly right. But then again, he's been fighting Zach Connor, so nobody's going to be the same fighting Zach Connor.
Well, Sean Carr, he could break the arm of Chris Wylde right now. What a statement that would be. Wylde fights back with the reversal and the pin attempt.
Quick pin that Sean Carr didn't see coming.
And that's exactly what Sean Carr's got to deal with. I mean, if you look at Matt Saigon, Breaker Morant, similar styles in a way, very jacked, very power-oriented. Chris Wylde, he's a little faster. He's going to try and catch you off guard.
But the thing Chris Wylde has going for him is the fact that he's held every title here in ECWA. Sean Carr's only been in here just a few times. He hasn't been in here as much, like Chris Wylde's been here for a few years, so he knows.
And of course, Sean Carr was here a few years ago as a member of Team CK, but he saw limited action at that point, even though he was a tag team champion. Certainly, as a team member.
Cool super kicks right there. They both had the same idea, Brady. Chris Wylde doing his homework.
It's funny because both men, to a certain extent, known for the super kick. And both men known for kind of nailing it out of nowhere.
Who's in the room this week, Brady?
Oh, on the podcast.
Yes, Brady.
Oh, Jake the Snake Roberts will be on this week.
Really?
Yes. Yeah, we've got quite a few exciting guests coming up. After having Jeff Jarrett a couple weeks ago, and now Jake the Snake, Bill DeMott coming up after that. So we've got some big names. We also had you two, but
your ratings haven't been the same since we were on.
No, they haven't. They've been way down since you were on.
Yeah. Nobody wanted to hear you talk.
It has yet to recover. I thought he was going for sliced bread, but an innovative way to jam Sean Carr's neck.
Nice. Sean Carr's looking to fly.
Well, you know what? If he connects with this, Wylde. Almost like a slap, and that's going to send Sean Carr all the way to the fans on the other side.
A shot of his home. Now Wylde's looking to fly.
Oh, but he actually connects. Chris Wylde takes down Sean Carr, the hybrid.
Both men down. While we have a second here, Brady, not the best promotion guy to listen to in the room. It's at VOCNation.com and BBradyX.com. Is that correct?
Yes, sir, it is. Tuesday nights live, 9 o'clock Eastern. It's myself and the Stro from WCW, that's the Maestro, as well as Kathy Fitz and Derek McDonald, but I'm not much of a plug guy. I don't like to promote myself.
How are people supposed to listen to you?
Well, they know.
You got a pot. Who knows? If you don't plug it, they don't know, idiot.
Well, I have a sign on the wall.
Look where we're at. These people can't read.
Chris Wylde going top rope. You think you're so funny. You're laughing at yourself.
Yeah. I'm not laughing at myself. I'm laughing at these morons sitting here.
Eric, he told me that Sean Carr, who, by the way, I think has a horse mouth, but I would never tell him that. But Sean Carr has more teeth than the entire front row, he said.
You fail to realize, Brady Hicks, first off, you're the one that just said that. And two, we're friends with Sean Carr, and you're not having a good day. After this match, when he retains his title, I think I might tell him what you just said.
Well, I think Phil said it.
I never. There's no proof that I ever said it.
My apologies. I'm just trying to just highlight some of Phil's thoughts.
You call the match. Phil and I are going to continue looking at this lovely view in front of us.
It is quite a match to behold. I've never seen a finer pair in the ring. Look at these two.
It is quite a pair.
I could go for a slice of pizza right now.
Always thinking food.
Inseguri by Carr, and this could be at 1, 2.
Are you kidding me? Keener's counting from outside the ring? That's like the third or fourth time I've seen him do that the past few months. How does he get away with it? I used to go in the middle of the ring and count. This idiot goes outside the ring and count.
Chris Wylde reeling on the outside of the ring, and Sean Carr kicking him in the side of the head. Probably not going to help. I think we need to work on getting this back in the ring before somebody gets seriously hurt. And Sean Carr, he's arguing with the fans.
Well, the fans are hollering at him. They're not showing him respect. That's their world heavyweight champion.
Fans over there, if you watch it, Sean Carr is mentally unstable. As mentioned earlier, this guy went completely bonkers a few months ago, super kicking Joe Zanoli, John Finnegan. He almost killed Bob Ortiz. Dave Keener was a sissy and wouldn't get in the ring. Brady Hicks was too far away for him to get.
Thank God. I would have run away like Dave Keener.
If I was these people, I would just leave Sean Carr be. They never know what he's going to do to you. Just wild, man. Heads outside the ring. A bunch of knife-edge chops.
These two men truly giving it their all, and it's all about Big Red. Guys, on the Facebook page, I don't know if you noticed, the Greek god Papadon, who's coming back next month for the Super 8 tournament, he's been kind of making allusions to wanting to go after Big Red one more time.
He's making some cryptic posts on Facebook, just randomly posting pictures of the belt.
He wants to come back. Another personal favorite of ours. He's dying to come back. I think the fans really want to see him back here.
I don't know that I have it in me, the intensity that it takes to call a Papadon match. I called his first match here in the ECWA way back in, oh God, what was it, 2010 maybe? And he's been on a roll ever since. And not just here in the ECWA, but up and down the East Coast. Very excited to see Papadon back here for the Super 8 tournament. Meanwhile, in the ring, Sean Carr appears to be losing steam. That's 2. One more, and we have a new champion.
Oh, he's not going to Sean Carr.
Eric, you mentioned your pick. Your pick is Sean Carr for the ECW Super 8.
Pick.
Do you realize that no man, including Papadon, including the fallen angel Christopher Daniels, no man has ever gone into the tournament as champion and won it?
And I believe that Sean Carr is going to be the first. Somebody's got to do it one of these days, Brady, and why not Sean Carr? He's on a roll right now, and that's my pick.
Certainly wouldn't be ill-advised to pick him. I mean, Sean Carr has been on a roll.
I can't wait.
Shut up or I'll throw your milker on you!
Meanwhile, in the ring, Sean Carr dropping knees and kicking. But basically, he's designing to take the wind out of Chris Wylde. You take the wind out of Wylde's sails, and how far is he going to go? How fast is he going to go? Figure 4 coming up, I think.
Phil, who's your pick?
Mine? Oh, Phil.
Brady's going with DJZ.
No, I'm going with Papa Don.
I love Sean Carr. I love him in Team CK. Papa Don's always been a personal favorite of mine. You know, it's going to be hard. I'm lucky. I've been fortunate enough to be a part of a few Super 8s the past few years. Why I was never in the tournament, I don't know. But I was able to referee a match and be a part of some of the tournaments. But I think I'd like to see Sean Carr, our heavyweight champion, also.
Double pin! Oh! Both men kick out at once.
But like I said, I'm looking for something special. It's the 20th anniversary. I think everyone's going to go all out. You people need to get out here for that.
And for tickets and information, once again, ECWAProWrestling.com or call. And don't forget, we're likely to sell out, so you want to call 609-220-5598. This is one, I don't know that you want to wait for the ECWA network to check it out. It's not going to be the same.
No, every year the Super 8 just gets bigger and better.
Sean Carr, a little bit of trouble here.
Chris Wylde just caught him off the top rope into a stomach.
I have never seen Sean Carr struggling to keep up with somebody to this extent in this current run in the ECWA. It appears as if Chris Wylde may kind of have his number.
Look, I'm no fan of Chris Wylde. He's no slouch in the ring there. He's done all he could do here in ECWA. This is no pushover match here. Sean Carr's got his work cut out for him to try to retain his title here.
I mean, if you think about Chris Wylde, the journey that he's had the last couple months, he had the tremendous matches with the Ripper Zach Connor. I wouldn't have blamed him one bit if he lost outright. Certainly no fault in that. But he quit. He walked away from that feud. Huge super kick by Carr.
That's a bad handle to have, too, man. Quit it.
I think he quit not because he was scared, but because he didn't want to injure his best friend anymore and vice versa.
You mean his friend didn't want to injure him anymore? That's why he quit. Then
he follows that up with the huge match with Corey Castle, I believe it was 2 months ago, where Chris Wylde is concussed in the first minute of the match. Proceeds to have another 10 minutes with this guy in the ring. Absolutely incredible. And now this, the heavyweight title match he's been looking for.
These guys are just reversing each other back and forth, evenly placed right here.
They really are. Kind of like a modified pop-up powerbomb. And he's going to... Is that a single leg crab?
I don't know if he's got it on fully.
I can't quite see around Mike Keener's head.
Yeah, he doesn't have it on all the way.
I think it's just a single leg.
Wow, it looks like he's trying to reverse it.
Wow, it's on his side, so he doesn't really have that hook going properly.
He's got to learn. Yeah, he's got to lean that way, but the ropes, Chris Wylde gets to the ropes. The security blanket for any wrestler in trouble. But what does Sean Carr do to respond? Oh, he charges into a boot. Wylde.
A big boot, but then caught him with it.
Enziguri and the fireman's rolling. Sean Carr, he needs to pick up the speed, and he does. Oh, and I thought he had him. I really thought that Sean Carr had won.
2.5.
Big moonsault off the top by the champion. Chris Wylde's in a lot of trouble right here.
I think Chris Wylde is reeling. Normally he's the one setting the pace, and for the first time in months, he's not setting the pace in a match. Oh, hits him with a super kick. Maybe this will change his fortunes.
Actually, Sean Carr went for a super kick and got caught, got spun around into a super kick from Wylde. Down for the pin. And that was 2 in there. This is an evenly placed match here, Brady Hicks. It looks like these two guys have been studying each other and they know what's coming up.
What a crazy night of action here. And I think both men are down, maybe spent. Wylde's going to try and go top rope.
Right there, he just had a super kick reversal earlier in the match and had the German suplex reversals. It looks like they know what's coming up from each other. Wylde's up top now.
Oh,
went for a swanton.
Wound up forward rolling though. It wasn't that bad that he missed it. Oh, right there.
Super kick of his own.
this could be it. We've seen the Tombstone and Matt Saigon. We've seen it end Breaker Morin.
Oh,
this could be it.
This could be it.
I think that's got to be it.
He got him.
Chris Wylde.
Clean in the middle.
Chris Wylde put up a fight for sure.
Brady, there's nothing you can say about that one. That was clean in the middle, 1, 2, 3. I know you like the line over there.
Ladies and gentlemen, 16 minutes, 52 seconds. Your winner, and still ECWA Heavyweight Champion,
The microphone is failing us, but Sean Carr is the ECWA.
Sean
Only
Carr.
title defensive world champion. Sean Carr taken down. Just wide.
Oh, but now he's got a microphone.
Uh-oh, let's hear what the champ has to say.
Hopefully it doesn't cut out on him. I think people are just waiting to hear what Sean Carr, the hybrid, has to say. Chris Wylde put up a fight of a lifetime tonight. Just wasn't enough. Maybe a show of respect here, a fist bump, maybe. Wow, Sean Carr, really a respectable guy. Look at that. How about that? No, you gotta be, no.
And that's why he's our world heavyweight champion right there.
Why? Because he's a backstabbing jerk?
No,
Wylde fell for
that's
it.
what Chris Wylde deserves.
You gotta be kidding me.
Carr mentally unstable. Sean Carr made people think that he was going to be friend Chris Wylde and just laid him out.
Sorry, Chris Wylde, but giving respect just isn't my kind of thing.
I agree.
And really, just real quick, all of you people hear me? Can you get off a cliff? Because all you people here are the vile, inbred, moronic pieces of crap. For example, look, that's your breed right there. A whole choir of little bull paying to tell me I suck. That's not what any one of your mothers said last night.
What a jerk.
Tell him the truth though, Brady.
How do you know what his mother said?
Now really quick, I have to address a certain matter. Because next month is the ECWA Super 8 Championship.
I pick Brady.
The most prestigious tournament in pro wrestling history.
That's
and
right.
I'm telling each and every one of you morons that you're looking at the 20th ECWA Super 8 champion. I don't care who I have to be. It can be Robbie E. It can be, I don't know, who else did it? DJ Zeba Ion. It can be him. It could be Aiden Chambers, or it could be that stupid Papadon guy that everyone keeps raving about. It could be him, but I'll be him too, and I will become the 2016 Super 8 champion. Whether you like to admit it or not. At least I can find mine, old man.
He's wittier than you.
The only day I
put you in
Here we go again. Spring battle.
Shut up. Spring battle. Ladies and gentlemen.
I'll tell you what, I like to see things from Brady's point of view, but then I'd have to get my head out of my rear end. Get it right.
Super 8 coming up just 4 weeks time, April 23rd, ladies and gentlemen. Tickets, information, everything you need, ECWAProWrestling.com.
Oh, this idiot at